25th of June 2022. Hope everybody out there's having a good day today. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Y'all think tonight's going to be the night? Last night there wasn't much going on. They kind of shut it down early. They've had more time today to get everybody more organized in places. So I'm personally thinking tonight's the night we're going to see some rioting. If you live in a city and you can avoid it, do not go near these protests. Do not get caught up in something. If you have to defend yourself, your home, your property, you have the right to defend yourself. But understand, you may get caught up. You'll probably get some charges thrown at you, and you'll have to fight it out in court. That's just the way our society is. But the people damaging your property or harming you, they won't get in no trouble. That's just how America is. That's a peaceful protest, right? That's what they call it. Last night I didn't see very much going on. I watched some of what was going on out in LA. They seen when the police rolled in, they kind of just shut it down and went home. But I'm thinking tonight's it's going to start kicking off. I personally believe it, that tonight's when we'll start seeing more protests or rioting in the peaceful protests is what I'm trying to say. You know, like I said, if you can avoid it, please avoid it. Don't get caught up in something and hem yourself up that's going to cost you money in the long run. Guys, you need to be prepped up for situations like this. I mean, look, if you lived in a city and you're sitting there like, I should have picked up some milk and bread, you know, Thursday before all this happened. That's the key to prepping. So you don't have to get out of your house to go somewhere in a situation like this. You don't have to run out and get, you know, some bread, some milk, some water, or your normal groceries for that week. You can sit back and say, all right, let's let this craziness go on. I'm going to stay at home and protect myself and my family. You're not having to be out in it trying to get something that you should already have. I know money's tight right now on people, but like I've said, you know, if you're one of these types that go out to eat a lot, or you go to the movies, or you know, you like to buy $100 shoes, boots, all that kind of stuff, you could take that 1 month and go put it in some preps. In a situation like this, you could be able to sit back and watch it on your TV or your phone. You don't have to go out and endanger yourself by going out into this, because we all know how these things happen. You may be going down the road to go, you know, go get you some groceries. Well, you run into a protest. They've got the street blocked. You know, smart thing to do is back up and try to find another way around. But these people are so aggressive, they'll start beating on your car. If you remember the '90 riots out in LA, they was pulling people out of cars and beating them, you know. So who's to say this is not going to go the same way? You want to be able to stay at home during situations like this, sit back and monitor it and observe it from a distance, not in it. It's the best advice I can give you on this. You know, my personal advice, if you live in a city where this is going on, stay home. Don't go out in it. Don't go out sightseeing. Don't go out to see what it's like. Because all it takes is one person, one of these crowds, just to get everything going, and then it just rolls and rolls and rolls into what we've seen the last 2 summers. You know, peaceful protests, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but once you start blocking roads and you start damaging buildings and, you know, injuring people, there's a problem with that. That is no longer a peaceful protest. You've got all these Democrats calling, you know, for action in the streets. That is enticing a riot. Think back what they did to Trump over January 6th. They're still going after him for that. But yet you have Democrats right now in the last 48 hours, you know, has said, take it to the streets, you know, calling for violence. It's ridiculous how somebody can say one thing, get away with it, and somebody else say another thing, and you know, they're just threw under the bus. You know, they're the worst person in the world. That's the way life is. You know that from your own personal experience. You know, you may said something that somebody else said to somebody else, but you're wrong for saying it. You understand that. But we've got these Democrats out here calling for violence. What this is, it's a ploy for them to keep office, and they will keep their office. The ones that are going to rerun for their office, they'll keep it. They're not going to get voted out. This is all planned out. Everything we're seeing has been a big, huge plan. It's just the way politics work. They are not in it for me. They're not in it for you. They're not in it for the people. They're in it for themselves. They want to keep their office. Watch how many come this election season, how much the election season, the midterms, is based on Roe versus Wade, on abortion rights. Watch what happens. Watch who keeps their office. You won't see very many voted out. You might see some Republicans voted out for more Democrats to come in and take their spots, but the majority of the Democrats will hold their office because they're going to run on this as an issue. You got your red flag law. I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with it today. I had other stuff to do. I don't know if it's been signed into law yet, but it's been passed through everything. It's waiting to be signed. That's a violation of your rights right there. We've come so far in America that all they got to say, hey, what we're doing is for the public safety. People just get on it and, you know, yeah, that's good. It's a violation of your Second Amendment and a bunch more amendments. I've made videos on these. Go back and watch them on what the red flag laws actually are doing, what they're tearing down in America. You're having states saying they're going to hold some kind of special meeting to try to, you know, vote out the Supreme Court. You know, we don't need the Supreme Court no more. This is how crazy it is. If they don't do one thing that they want, oh, let's get rid of them, they're no good. But when there's, you know, now the Supreme Court's, you know, they're saying any law against the Second Amendment is unconstitutional. So that makes them want to get rid of them too. So guys, we're in a point where I've told you America is falling. We're watching it. We're the generation that gets to watch America fall from a power. And it's going to happen quicker and quicker. More things are going to happen. Things are going to keep rolling and rolling until eventually it just all collapses and they have to start back over. That's the plan. That's what's going to happen. It may be this year. It may be next year. We all know about 2030. You know, that's when they've all got this all planned to go down. But things are heating up. And once again, if you live in a city, do not go out and just be a bystander watching these protests, you know, as they call them, which turns into riots. Stay home, protect yourself, protect your property, protect your businesses. But understand when you do it, more than likely you're going to get charged with something, and the person that you're having to defend yourself against will not be charged with anything. That's just the way it is. This is why you need to be prepped so you can sit back and watch the craziness on your phone or watch it on your TV. You know, this is one of the reasons why it's important to be a prepper. Guys, stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all time. You're not safe anywhere in America. Like or dislike this video, comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. We're still trying to get 500 subs, and it's just slowing down. For the past 2 weeks, we haven't got any subs. So if you're watching the video, just hit the subscribe button and watch a few of them. You might like them. Stay safe out there, and always be prepped. Like I've said before, you're not safe anywhere in America.